Hello and welcome back to the Sideboard here at the Star City Games Invitational in New Jersey. My name is Ruben Bressler, and I am joined once again by Sam Black. You're in this area more than I am, really, honestly.
I don't know about that. I haven't done the math.
You hadn't, well, fair enough. And you were here earlier for your standard deck. You're back for your legacy deck, which is arguably even more fun and ridiculous.
I think it's better. That's
fair enough. And it features the stylings of young Pyromancer for the first time in Legacy.
The best M14 card in Legacy.
Absolutely. And so people have been talking about what deck young Pyromancer would go in. Would it go in sort of like a Storm Shell? Would it go in a blue-red, just try and get value out of it like Talrand used to be? Would it go into some sort of combo, something else? You're using it for what else? For tokens. You built a tokens deck with it. So talk about young Pyromancer.
Young Pyromancer is awesome. It's like I'm playing Young Pyromancer and Dark Confidant, which are both 2-mana 2/1s that are insane. Both of them give you incremental value over the game if they live. Young Pyromancer usually I almost always play it and trigger it at least once immediately. Play it and play a Probe on turn 2, or play it and a Ponder or Brainstorm or Lightning Bolt on turn 3. And so right away I'm up a 2/1, or I'm up a 1/1. And then if they kill it, that's fine. I have my 1/1, which is more than Dark Confidant is going to do for me.
Sure.
If they don't and I untap with it,
it's just
you just make 6 tokens over the next turn or 2.
Yeah, and so among the spells that we have is, first of all, we have Sam Black playing blue cards.
Yeah.
We have Ponder, Brainstorm, Gitaxian Probe.
4 of each.
Actually very important for this deck because you can play it on turn 2 and make a token immediately. And Cabal Therapy. Very interesting interaction with young Pyromancer. You can cast it the first time, make your token.
And the second one's free.
The second one's free. Buy one, get one free. Exactly right. And so you can just get the Cabal Therapy.
Even better if you have 2 Pyromancers.
Well, sure. Buy one, get paid for the second one.
Yeah.
And you've also got Lingering Souls. Even more tokens, because 4 wasn't enough. We needed 6.
Not if you're going to play this one.
Well, right. And so the name of the game is Intangible Virtue. So you decided to build basically a 4-color, 5-color, honestly, because he has green
to activate
Deathrite Shaman. To build a tokens deck in Legacy.
Yeah.
Why is this just a good metagame for a tokens strategy?
Maren there.
Yeah.
His Facebook is a very good place to get a Legacy deck.
Sure.
He posted about the Lingering Souls Stoneblade deck before Tom Martell won Indianapolis, that GP. We got that list from his Facebook, and then Tom and I modified it. This time around, he a couple days ago posted a list with Young Pyromancer and Delver, and this and a bunch of cantrips.
With the Gitaxian Probe, Cabal Therapy combo, sure.
Yeah, and first of all, I trust Moran about Legacy. Second, the deck looked awesome.
Sure.
But I don't really like Delver that much. It's just not the way that I like to play. In Standard, when everyone was playing Delver, I just played the same deck without Delver.
Right.
So I basically did the same thing here. I cut Delver for Delver and Force of Will for Lingering Souls and Deathrite Shaman.
Sure. Just to get other incremental value where they had tempo plays.
Yeah, they're a tempo deck and I'm a value deck, which is the way that I like to play.
Of course. And so this is the main deck of choice. We're just trying to pump out as many guys as possible, hope they can't deal with them. After sideboard, we get to interact with our opponent.
Yeah.
Because main board, the only way to interact is Lightning Bolt
and
the Combat Zone, and Cabal Therapy.
Right.
Sure.
And then once we know how to interact, we can bother to do that.
Exactly. So we have things like Thoughtseize, Force of Will, Swords to Plowshares, depending on what axis we're fighting on. A couple of interesting ones in the sideboard. You have Surgical Extraction. Interesting not because it's new to Legacy, but first of all, Young Pyromancer, has to be said, that you get a token off of it. And second of all, this deck seems like it just needs that effect again because of Deathrite Channel. You don't need to have the big Nile Spellbomb, Bojuka Ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth mentioning, I only have 1 Surgical on my board, and I did get crushed by Loam in this tournament.
Sure.
He just, got Punishing Fire going, and it turns out none of my creatures live through that.
Well, fair enough.
I cannot beat a Punishing Fire.
And the other way we have to interact is Wear and Tear, just to be able to take care of what have you.
Yeah, I mean, it's primarily there at this point for, I wanted artifact removal for Stoneblade, because Jitei is a real problem. and this also gets like whatever random like graveyard hate they have, whether it's an artifact or an enchantment. Sometimes in 2-for-1s people. I blew up an exploration and a Mox Diamond with it today.
Sure. Fair enough. It seems like we did a deck tech. I think Glenn did a deck tech with you early on in the Walking Dead phase, and you just like we talking about here. There are some cards that you have trouble with. And there's some strategies you have trouble with, and it took a little while for Walking Dead to figure out exactly the pieces you need. This seems very similar in that you're going to find the pieces you need very soon, and it's going to be a strategy.
Yeah, it's doing a lot of powerful things. I mean, this is a good combo.
Yeah.
This with both of these is a good combo. Like,
Intuition,
you get the exact
Souls,
number
Cabal
of
Therapy.
Cabal Therapies and Lingering Souls you need to tear apart their hand and present a threat. And then, like, this package. Like, I like all the stuff that's going on.
The tokens and Intangible Virtue is a very powerful engine that not a lot of people are using, and people aren't running things like Pernicious Deed anymore to be able to fight on that axis. And Vigilance is randomly just an insanely good ability.
Yeah, Vigilance is awesome.
And so this is certainly an exciting deck. I'm going to nickname it Young Tokens for now.
Sure.
I think that's a halfway decent name.
I think that's certainly going to describe this deck. And
going
like
forward.
It makes it clear that this is the deck you're talking about instead of other Young Pyromancer decks. Like, obviously all of them make tokens because that's what this card does.
But this
cares
focuses
that it's
on
tokens. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm excited to see where this thing goes forward. And also, it has the greediest mana base in the world because we're in Legacy. Because why not? We have a tropical island in our non-green deck.
Yeah, 12 blue fetches, all the duels that aren't green.
Absolutely, it's awesome. So this looks like a ton of fun. Good luck going forward. Thanks for being in here.
Thank you.
Sam Black, I'm Ruben Bressel here at the Star City Games Invitation.